piecing sentences together at the last second.
I like the grandma.
Like, words are coming out of his mouth, but it just sounds so wrong. Wait, hold up. Jesse Waters now has Tucker Carlson's time slot. And what is he doing with that time slot? Interviewing Ron DeSantis, and you didn't tell me about this?
What is Bidenomics?
Bidenomics is you pay more for the necessities of life. And he has this grand global warming vision.
Yeah, Bidenomics. Dude, it's awesome. Yo, this is so bad. Oh, this is so fucking bad. Oh, that's awesome. Bidenomics? Dude, Joseph Robinette Biden is 750 years old, okay? His brain is actually tapioca pudding.
New York.
And even then, he's like cooler than Ron DeSantis, okay? Objectively a better retail politician throughout his career. Definitely better at like kissing babies and shit, you know what I mean? But this...
Why? Because they say they're causing global warming. Well, the DeSantis campaign heard that and reached out and asked me if I wanted to grab a slice with the governor. I said, sure, let's go to Grimaldi's.
It's sugar, man. I can't have this. Please tell me there's a point where he actually mentions that he can only have a cauliflower crust pizza or something. I'm trying to cut back on carbs.
Governor, this is Anthony. He's one of the co-owners here at Grimaldi's.
It's a pleasure, Governor.
We got a
Thanks for being down in Florida.
Oh, you're the best.
Yeah.
crazy oven the government wants to crack down on. What's going on here?
Dude, stop. Dude, no, dude. Oh, what is this crazy oven? The government wants to crack down on it. First of all, he's the government, okay? What the fuck do you mean? No one is trying to stop this oven from being it. No one is trying to stop pizza parlors from using ovens, dog. What has the culture war become? What is happening? Oh, it's so good. I gotta pee. Hold on, I'll be back.
Over here, this guy. This is 100% American. This is U.S. coal from Pennsylvania. It's the best, cleanest burning coal there ever is.
Well, I can
See, they're still using Trump lines. The cleanest burning coal.
tell you this. So in Florida, when they went after the gas stoves, we just made gas stoves tax-free in Florida, no sales tax. We will do something similar for these coal-fired ovens. And so if we need New York City pizza to come down to Florida, we're going to roll out the red carpet for you guys.
Thank you, Governor.
All right.
Just let her rip like this.
Yeah, let it rip.
All right. So this is the coal-fired oven pizza.
Yeah.
And according to the government, this is killing the environment. Let's have a slice.
Let her rip. Oh, man.
That's good.
Really good. The idea they would be going after this, I mean, honestly, I see a lot of the people leaving New York who complain about what goes on up here, but even I wouldn't have believed that they would have dreamt of going after this. This is a staple of this city.
Of all the things going on here, you got crime, you got homelessness, you got drugs. They're going after ovens. Why does the government do that?
They just want to control. You have an itch on the left. They want to control behavior. We saw the same thing with COVID. A lot of that wasn't about your health. It was about they wanted to control your behavior. So they just don't want people to be happy and be able to make their own decisions. They were going after gas stoves in Florida. We made them tax-free. We may have to do some incentives for the coal-fired pizza because you know what? We'll take it.
They're going to want us to microwave this pizza. So you're running all over the place. You're in the border. You just got back.
Okay, while I was pissing, I was thinking about what's going on here. Let me explain something to you. The Republican Party has done one thing very good for a very long time, and that is take things that are like hot button, take things that like the most radical elements within their audience enjoys and talks about, and basically turn them into policies that help capital owners. What do I mean by this? It's not just vice signaling, right? Vice signaling is good at galvanizing the public, but usually you don't just galvanize the public, you also use it for a specific purpose. Best example I can give you is QAnon. QAnon protesters always accompanied school choice narratives for some reason, you know? And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck does QAnon have anything to do with anything? Schools are vaccinating your children. Schools are requiring vaccines. Schools are requiring masks. That's why we need school choice. That's why we need to abolish the Department of Education. Why do they want to abolish the Department of Education? Well, they want to do that because they actually want to completely defund public institutions in this country, completely defund public education in this country, and only allow private institutions to exist. This has been a long-standing Republican project for a very long time, but they basically would take a culture war issue and turn it into Republican policy, right? Firmly. They would take that and firmly place it under regular Republican policy. So the ultimate goal is still to defund public institutions and public schools. When Ron DeSantis talks about like making gas stoves tax-free or clean coal tax-free or some shit, there is no immediate capital interest there. He is once again putting the fucking cart before the horse. He is so stupid that he's like advocating for culture war policies and actually enacting legislation on behalf of culture war issues without any sort of tangible goal that will help capital owners. And it's really odd. He is almost exclusively a culture war candidate. It's weird. Additionally weird and stupid, specifically for the Florida governor to do, because 93% of Florida is using electric ovens, electric stoves. 93%. Chat. 93% of Florida uses electric stoves. Understand something here. Like, he's trying to do populist rhetoric for a group of people that aren't even, like, going to benefit from this. Like, who are you advocating for these policies for? Like, you made up a new culture war thing around these, like, gas and electric stoves. Not a single person bit, because in Florida especially, 93% of people are already, 93% of people are utilizing electric stoves anyway. Like, he's just fighting battles that no one asked him to fight. It makes no sense.
From Texas. It was about they wanted to control your behavior. So they just don't want people to be happy and be able to make their own decisions. They were going after gas stoves in Florida. We made them tax-free. We may have to do some incentives for the coal-fired pizza because you know what? We'll take it.
They're going to want us to microwave this pizza. So you're running all over the place. You're in the border. You just got back from Texas. After seeing what's going on down there, has that changed your opinion of immigration?
It confirmed what I had known. I've also been down at the border in Arizona, and it's worse than you think when you actually get down there. And the impunity with which the cartels operate. I was literally at a place in Arizona. There's a piece of wall that it just kind of stops. So the guy just goes on the other side of where the wall ends, look out. He just motions for people to go. There's no border patrol to be found. They're in town processing people. And so they're bringing product into our country. They're killing a lot of people. So one of the things that what I saw, the places where there were barriers, the cartels will actually cut through the steel beams and they'll smuggle in backpacks with a lot of drugs. So what I said is, wait a minute, we defend the territory of our own country. We'll have military, we'll have everyone down there. If you are in the cartels cutting through our fence to bring drugs in, that's going to be the last thing you do because we're going to leave you stone cold dead. We are having adequate rules of engagement.
What is Bidenomics?
Bidenomics is you.
We're just going to kill Mexicans at the border, dude. That's his policy. I love having the cadence of a Midwestern wine mom while talking about just ruthlessly massacring any kind of, because let's be real, they're not talking about like cartel members they're going to shoot at the border. They're talking about killing anyone at the border that is brown, okay? But like, he's talking about something that's like gross and insanely violent with the cadence of a Midwestern wine mom.
You pay more for the necessities of life. And he has this grand global warming vision with all the Green New Deal. You will pay more for everyday energy, transportation, and groceries. We've seen it happen in other parts of the world. That's what he wants in store for the average American.
He's listening a lot to AOC. AOC is probably right around the corner here. She has huge influence on this administration. Some people say the squad calls the shots at this White House. How do you interpret that? You're a Florida guy when you see these people up in New York saying these crazy things.
Well, you know, the last time I saw AOC was during COVID when she was attacking Florida for being open. Right. Next thing you know, she's on South Beach just living the life. You know, look, we welcome all comers. We can be the world's
I thought you guys didn't want socialists. What happened? Isn't that what they were saying?
Life, you know, look, we welcome all comers. We can be the world.
There's something really weird about the way he talks, dude. I don't know what it is. I just like, it just seems like he's piecing sentences together at the last second. We welcome all comers.
World's dominant energy producer. AOC and the Green New Deal they want to do, they'll let
Sure, we can just ignore all those people those drugs are killing. What? Yeah, dude, drug dealers are the ones. Yeah, no. Drugs are certainly one coming over the fucking border through regular border crossings, illegal border crossings. And those guys are the ones who are killing everybody in America with their drugs. That's really good. I don't know if you've ever looked at the Department of Homeland Security's internal numbers. I have. I could tell you that 99%, I think it was 94, but I'm exaggerating a little bit. 94% of drugs that come into the United States of America, illegal drugs, come from regular points of entry. You know, ports. They're coming in shipping containers. They're coming in cars. They're not coming in with like abuela who's trying to fucking pass into the goddamn country. Shut the fuck up. Don't say definitely not ports. It absolutely is regular points of entry. What the fuck are you talking about? And it's not my shit. Like, I didn't make this up. It's the same as like when police release crime statistics, which shows that crime is not on the rise, but they go on TV and say crime is on the rise. And it's like, well, your numbers don't say that, but no one in the fucking media will actually question it because it gets good ratings and it freaks people out. Okay? It's not like these guys are illegally sneaking in metric tons of fucking fentanyl into the country. Why the fuck would they do that? That is not an adequate form of transportation when they could just get it through regular points of entry. That's where the drugs are coming in from. You guys are so fucking stupid if you still believe that is the undocumented immigration is where the actual drugs are coming in from. Fentanyl is smuggled for U.S. citizens by U.S. citizens, not asylum seekers. It's usually done by U.S. citizens. 99% are funding the fentanyl smuggling, obviously. U.S. citizens were 86.3% of convicted fentanyl drug traffickers, 10 times greater than convictions of illegal immigrants for the same offense. Over 90% of fentanyl seizures occur at legal crossing points or interior vehicle checkpoints, not on illegal migration routes. So U.S. citizens who are subject to less scrutiny when crossing legally are the best smugglers. You know? I mean, yeah, Cato Institute. Libertarians, you know, don't ask them about their opinion on age of consent laws, but this is like the last bastion of freedom of travel libertarianism. The location of smuggling makes sense because hard drugs at ports of entry are about 97% less likely to be stopped than are people crossing illegally between them. Just 0.02% of the people arrested by Border Patrol for crossing illegally possess any fentanyl whatsoever. During the travel restrictions, fentanyl seizures at ports quadrupled from fiscal year 2019 to 2021. Fentanyl went from a third of combined heroin and fentanyl seizures to over 90%. And given which time annual deaths from fentanyl nearly doubled. It is monstrous that tens of thousands of people that are dying unnecessarily every year from fentanyl, but banning asylum and limiting travel backfired. Reducing deaths requires figuring out the cause, not jumping to blame a group that is not responsible. Bro, how do you know this shit is true? You're reading a stupid article. The reality can be different. How can you know? Well, what? I don't know what to say to that. Brother, this is all sourced from the Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security. I don't know what to say to that guy. By the way, these numbers are not just Biden's DOJ. This was Trump's DOJ as well. I can't. I'm done. No, he got me. I can't do anything to that. What was the name of the user? I need to see if he like responded. Oh no, he hasn't said anything since. Not saying the conclusions of this are false, but wouldn't the stats be skewed if smugglers at illegal crossings are not caught and searched as much as legal points of entry? All this shows is who gets caught. Do you think you can traffic any drugs whatsoever through a vehicle by using an American citizen who is less likely to be searched? Or do you think that you are more likely to traffic drugs over the border, okay, through like shoving them in an abuela's pants? Will 100% get apprehended by authorities because they always do. Especially because like their goal is to be apprehended so they can go through the regular process. I don't know how to answer this. Like I just gave you the I gave you the statistics and people are still like trying to find a way around it.
China do this stuff with impunity, impose draconian restrictions on us. It makes our manufacturing less competitive with China, and we've had a hard enough time keeping up with China.
Do you think China has something on the Bidens?
I think the Bidens have lined their pockets in a variety of different countries, including China. And I think Biden has been very deferential to Xi Jinping. And you have to understand, why would you be doing that, given that China clearly represents our toughest adversary right now?
When you see Hunter get away with tax fraud and you see all this money flying into the family bank accounts and all these lies being told by the president, if you ever to become president, would you have an attorney general that would look into these crimes?
We are going to have one standard of justice. And right now, if you are connected to the D.C. ruling class, you get a pass on a lot of conduct. If Hunter were a Republican, he would have been in
Brother, you're the governor of Florida. What do you mean the DC ruling class? Like, you are a career politician. What?
jail a long time ago.
Rob, you went to Yale and Harvard, dog. What the fuck are you saying?
And so there's not going to be any preferential treatment for these people. If they've committed crimes, they are going to have to live under the same set of laws that the rest of us have to do.
Let's talk less and eat more pizza.
All righty. Let's do it. Now, what's your favorite type of pizza? I mean, you've spent time in New York.
I like the grandma.
What's your favorite type of pizza?
Now, what's your favorite type of pizza? I mean, you've spent time in New York.
I like the grandma.
Bro. He's using, like, there's, like words are coming out of his mouth, but it just sounds so wrong.
Slice. I love the margarita. Grimaldi's has the best slice around. And they're good guys. They love Fox. And that's one of the reasons we're here.
And they have outposts in Florida. And I'll tell you, what they do in Florida is excellent.
Your wife, they say, is your secret weapon. Why is that?
Well, one, I mean, she's just a good person. She's a great mother. She's a great wife. And she's been a great first lady that's really helped a lot of less fortunate people. And so people just are drawn to her. But she's very passionate. I mean, she's a true believer in what we've done in Florida and that this country needs to get on a better course. And so I think when it's authentic, people can kind of see that and it becomes infectious.
More popular than you?
Look, I'll tell you this. I mean, she would never want to run, but I would, if I were like a Republican running in a primary, I would never want to run against her. I mean, she'd be really, really tough because people like her.
Do you hear from voters in Florida, Ron, we miss you? You're out in Iowa, you're out in New Hampshire.
I'm still working, though. So, you know, we're signing bills still. We're vetoing bills. We're still doing all of that.
You're doing both. You're running for president and you're governor.
I'm just sleeping less. Yeah. I mean, in fact, you know, we vetoed a bill on Monday. They wanted to raise interest rates on consumer loans. And I'm thinking, like, they already have enough Bidenflation. Let's stand up for the little guy here. So we did that. You know, we've signed some good legislation this week, and we do more. You just got to prioritize. I don't watch TV. I don't do a lot of the other stuff. I kind of like look after my wife and kids with them, do what I have to do as governor, and then do this.
You watch Fox, though. though, right?
We do,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Well, we're
That's what I
definitely going to
expect.
start watching at 8 o'clock when you take over, man.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Is this where you'd expected to be right now when you announced right now you're about 30, maybe 40 points down in the primary? How would you assess yourself?
Yeah, look, I mean, most people aren't even paying attention there. I don't expect to see any major shakeup. I think as we'll go, we're laying the groundwork to be able to do well in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada, and Super Tuesday. It's laborious. And what I found in the early states, they know I'm a good governor. They know Florida's done well. They like me. And then when they get to see me talk about the vision, some of the things you and I've talked about, some other things, they're really impressed, and a lot of them want to help. And so we're just going to have to take that case in all those states for the next many months.
Don't pet her while she's
When you
jumping.
approach people,
Quiet
voters,
down.
in these town
Sit
halls,
down.
in these diners,
Quiet.
when they come up
Sit
to you
down.
and shake your hand, what's the main thing they tell you?
Well, a lot of them say, thank you
pull the
for
chair.
running.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with what I saw, and I want to be helpful. I mean, we've been winning a lot of people over. These are very discerning voters, and kind of the people that are coming out now are like,
We have a guest.
Oh, hey. Howdy. Kaya, get down. I'm not giving you any attention while you're
Quiet
being
down.
naughty. Happy Pride, everybody. Since the Supreme Court said that you can stop working with gay people on the basis of their sexuality, my fucking graphic designer quit, which is very strange because he's also gay. So
Good.
don't know why that happened. But thanks, Supreme Court. I don't have a graphic designer now.
He said Pride Month is over, bitch.
Yeah, he said, and then he called me the F slur. I kid you not. I say wow, right in the back of the. What are you doing, Kaya? What are you doing? We talked about this.
She loves
Kaya,
you.
We talked about. I know.
Oh my God.
yeah. She's giving me extra love. You didn't like what the Supreme Court said today, did you? No. Supreme Court was so mean. Oh, buddy.
This is what happens when you call her the F slur. She loves you.
She loves the F slur. Is that right? Who loves the F slur? Who loves the F slur?
Get down.
Down, Kaya.
Oh
Kaya.
my God.
Kaya.
She's so big. Get down.
Kaya. Down, Kaya.
Down.
Kaya.
Get down.
Down. Good girl.
Sit.
Sit. Stay.
Good girl.
Good girl. There you go. That's good. That's good. Oh, no. Meatball Ron, folks. Very sad. He's very sad.
Got no riz.
Very sad. Flaccid Dick Ron. Running for president. He really shouldn't be, but he is. Really shouldn't be.
Yeah, let's finish this off.
Little Dick Ron.
really engaged voters.
Kaya,
I think
down.
as we get closer, you're going to start to see more voters engage in the process. People want to see you, and they want you to make the case to them, and that's what we're going to do.
Trump says you're disloyal. Do you
Oh,
feel that way?
Up there.
Disloyal to who? I mean, politicians have to earn support. They're not entitled to support.
I mean, I
did a
agree
lot
with
for
that
him in
take.
2016 and 2020, by the way. I was happy to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm loyal to my family, to our Constitution, and to the good Lord. And I have a vision. I think I'm the guy that can beat Biden. But even more importantly, no more excuses on these issues. I'm going to get all of this stuff done. We'll have a plan on day one to get going and get cracking. We'll give you 2 great terms for 8 years and really get the country on a fundamentally different path. I think I'm the guy to do it, and so I have the responsibility to step up and serve.
What's with Gavin Newsom?
Well, I was born and raised in
hot.
Florida. I never saw a California license plate my whole life. In Florida. And why would you? Why would people leave San Diego or Los Angeles? And yet, since I've been
He's sweating.
governor, we've seen a huge rush of people moving clear across the country to leave California, leave San Francisco, leave LA to come to Florida. California had never lost population for its entire history until he became
I mean, we
governor.
could lose a
And
little
so
population
I think he sees
here,
people
to be
leaving.
honest.
I think he sees that there's deterioration, and I think he
Why? You're going to move?
Oh, I got to, yeah, they need to make room for me.